Hey everybody, it's Maria. Story with Maria. How's it going? Leo was underscoring me a little bit there. Jimmy Bell has just joined us. He's our producer and engineer. He's in New Hampshire on Armed Radio. And we are going live on Armed Radio. If you have your TuneIn app and you want to stream us live there, you are welcome to do that. Or you can catch us in podcast in about 12 hours. We go into podcasts on Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. So you can find this is episode 258. Can you believe it, Leo?
Oh my goodness. How many years?
It's been, actually, we haven't done our 5-year anniversary show yet. It was a 5-year anniversary 2 weeks ago, but we were so caught up in stuff that I couldn't get a celebration together. But I will. Maybe what I'll do is next week I'm going to be at Lynn Portis's, which is going to be so exciting.
That's a celebration.
That is a celebration. Maybe we'll celebrate next week. And we're going to have people zoom in and stuff. But
every Tuesday is a celebration with you.
You know what? Thank you, sir. You're absolutely right.
I feel right at home for our little party every Tuesday.
You are right. And let me see, actually, let me pull up our show on because I have it's going live right now on the What's the Story.
I see it there. It popped up. Let's see. Ed Kutu's popped in. And
oh my God. Love it. Hi, Ed Kutu, Mr.
July. Oh, what a hard act to follow, I tell you.
I'm not going to lie. That is a hard act to follow, Ed Kutu, my high school buddy.
No pun intended, Ed.
No pun intended, Ed. Jeffrey Campbell has joined us at Kutu. Chris DePiero's watching. Chris DePiero, Baby New Year, Mr. January. That's a hard act to follow, too.
I want to see his tan lines from his little vacation.
Leo is nasty, says Bill Goffey. Bill Goffey,
That's because I hung around with Bill Goffey, and it rubbed off on me.
Bill Goffey is a spitfire. All right, so Chris DePiero has been in Key West for at least a week. We've been following him. It looked like you had a ball. Actually, have you ever been to Key West, Leo?
I've not been to Key West yet.
Me neither, but it's not the way Chris was taking all those pictures, and he looked like he was having the time of his life.
It looked like he was ready to move down there. He better not be.
You better not be moving down there. Just go down there once in a while. Did you find a girlfriend down there, Chris? Because you know the girls, yes, fantastic. Chicks throw themselves at Chris DePiero. You know that.
I know. Usually with their cars, though.
Yeah, well. But he's a chick, he's not quite the chick magnet that Mandar is.
I have to remember, too. I have to tell him. The last time I checked, the Dodgers were only 4 games behind the Yankees. I need to check this.
We have to do a baseball show in the next month or so. I can't believe the Red Sox have tanked so badly. It's even hard to pay attention. But the Yankees and the Mets and the Dodgers are doing exceptionally well. A girl reached out to me, stroked my arm. What?
What?
Wow. Well, because you're a cutie from way up north. Turned out she worked at a strip club. I know.
Oh, okay. So let me just baseball report here, Mr. Yankee. Yankees are at 70 games. The Dodgers are at 69 games.
Oh my God.
And the Mets are at 65. So our Anthony Barilli buddy, we're listening for you.
Yeah. So let's do that in a couple of weeks. Chris, let's see if we can find a Tuesday to get you and Anthony Barilli on. And I'll listen this year. Guys can beat me up because my Red Sox are doing horribly, just horribly. But that's okay. I still love them.
They did an off year. We love the Red Sox. We love the Red Sox.
I love my Red Sox. But this year, it's okay. You know what? Some years are about rebuilding.
I have to say that was quite butch of me to bring up baseball today.
I love that you did that because I have to say, though, you guys are doing incredibly well.
Well, I had to rib our brother from another mother just to give him a little.
Absolutely. We have class. He says the Yankees have class. All right. Okay, Chris. Leo is making a face, but.
We have class. Yeah, you need to go to class.
Speaking of class, we have a real class act on tonight. His name is Jesse Luttrell. He is an amazing singer and actor, and he's been performing on the North Shore quite a bit, and he's going back there. So he's going to join us in a few minutes.
You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me with these hunky baritone guys that keep coming in.
I know, Leo. You know what? I was so close to getting Michael. Do you know who Michael Hunsaker is?
Oh, my goodness.
I know.
Oh, my goodness.
I've been trying to get him on the show for so long, and he's in town, happens to be in town because he had moved to Miami during the pandemic.
If we had two hunks, Rena, our weather girl, she would be telling that it's too hot on the screen. That's what she would be saying. Too hot on the screen.
Rena Cruniali-Berge, my cousin from Massachusetts. It is not Tuesday unless Rena pops on. Hi, Rena. I'm going to see Rena at a wedding, not this Saturday, but next Saturday. Our cousin Nicole is getting married. Jesse is absolutely amazing, says Robert Weisberg. Yes, Robert, I agree. I, too, am a fan. You know what I love about Jesse, and I'll tell him when he comes on? You, of course, expect great things from him. You know, when you see him before he goes on, because we did a benefit together a couple years back. And I was like, oh, yeah, there's Jesse Luttrell. He's a great singer. He'll be great. But then when he actually starts performing, it's like electricity. It's mesmerizing. And I'm like, that's an entertainer.
I may or may not have gotten stuck on Who Sizzle Reel last night. Just doing some research, as I should, that
is your job to do research. What does your mug say? I got to get you some new presents.
Oh, well, I'm all out.
Oh, well, should we do our...
Leo, accidental stage manager.
Yes.
My Leo Chewy mug.
Accidental Chewy, right.
And then, of course...
Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay, let's talk about our merchandise. Yes, we have merchandise. I just reordered a bunch. Our What's the Story with Maria mug is $10. Yes, we love our mug. Maybe I'll get a new one. Maybe I'll get a new design because I have to get new pictures. This picture is a much younger version of me, and I have to.
You're young at heart. That's what counts.
Yeah, but you know what? It might be time to update it. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But this is $10 if you would like a
new things to do.
I know this sounds crazy because it's only August, but holidays are right around the corner. Now's the time to order so you don't get stuck.
Now's the time, especially if you have a shopper. Somebody that goes to the farmer's market?
I don't know what it's like in California or Massachusetts, but here in New York and New Jersey, no more bags. You got to pay big money.
10 cents a bag. 10 cents a bag.
10 cents a bag in Massachusetts. You know what it is in New York? 35 cents a bag. And in Jersey, they don't even have bags to buy. You have to buy the dollar bags. 95 cents today I paid for.
Oh, well, before I left New York, I was smart.
You were smart.
I had two of these.
This was all you. You said, let's order some merchandise. And we did. I did because of you. I said, really? This was a couple of years back. So, and also...
but who knew what the piece de resistance was going to be?
No, we did. Did we know? We did not.
No, we did not know. We did not know the phenomena that this would cause.
That this would cause, the stir that this would cause.
Uh-huh.
So new apron is $25. And it flies off the shelf, and now it sparked a Nothing But the Apron calendar, which this year we debuted the 2022 calendar. And let's look, we're in August right now, huh? Let's look at who Mr. August might be. Ed Cooper was our Mr. July. Oh, look who it is. Is our Mr. August. You are, look at you, scantily clad, nothing underneath there, a little wardrobe misfunction.
I think that this is my Janet Jackson pose.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And there you are in your kitchen, which makes total sense because you love to cook.
Mm-hmm. And that's why I use my apron the most. Yeah,
absolutely. And you are a perfect example that the apron does not lose its color because you've used it for years and washed it, and it still is blue as it can be. Our blue apron.
We got this during our election year.
Yes, we did. Now, let's just absolutely. So that's $25. Now, let me put this out there. I have a lot of people already signed up, but we're kind of starting to do a few last calls on this. If you want to be in the 2023 apron, I know Mandar threatened to do it. And I think he should. I think
I think so as well.
magnet. Yeah.
You know how many chicks are gonna buy that?
Oh
Oh
my
my
God, that's
goodness.
right. So Mandar Chick Magnet, I know the Fit Foleys. I believe Justin Gregory Lopez and his gorgeous wife are gonna. A lot of couples this year. John Pinataro and his beautiful wife Lori Towers. They're gonna do it. Um, Elliot Roth is gonna do it. I have a lot of people. Oh, my cousins. I think my cousin Jerry said he wanted to do it, and then his brother Dominic said he wanted to do it. So I might get all those Savino boys who are
Ooh.
Maurice's brothers. I might, and my cousin John. They may do a brothers.
Holy moly.
They're really cute. So
Holy moly. When am I coming to Boston again? When am I coming to I gotta get to Massachusetts.
I know. We have to. I'm going to Boston, not this Saturday, but next Saturday, because my cousin Nicole's getting married. I will see Rena there. I'm very excited about that. You look the same in the picture. You know what? Thank you for saying that, Kenny Holcomb, but I don't know. But I appreciate that. Kenny Holcomb, by the way, put the funniest post today on about a Karen that he ran into.
Oh my god, I love that.
Hysterical. Kenny, that was so funny about he told her, no, we will not be putting on Fox News right in the doctor's office.
Oh, to be a fly on that wall would have been great.
So Kenny, I'm very, very proud of you.
Yay.
Well, now let's shout out. We have so many nice people on. So Robert Weisberg joined us, Ed Kutu joined us, Rena Crignali, Belle Parker, my sweetheart from Wisconsin. Belle, I bet you have a lot of stuff going on too. We should get you back on the show. The last time she was on the show, we had some sound issues, but I'd like to get Belle back on the show. Now that school is starting back up, school will be starting up in September, and she teaches. Matt Rydell, hi Matt Rydell. We ran into each other at Stonewall on Pride Day. He was selling T-shirts. Matt, it was so nice to see you. Can't wait for the wedding. It's going to be so fun. Absolutely, Rena, 100%. I hear Patty Barry, Ed Kutu said Patty Barry, her wife Sloan, and Gail Brebner are doing a shoot in just their aprons. What?
Wow.
Oh my God. Can you imagine? Listen, we're ready.
We need to coordinate our months too, so we know where we're filling in.
I know. Oh, and also Mrs. Feliciano, Elaine Feliciano.
I believe she's the head of the household there.
He is. Peter is Mr. November. He's adorable. And she's going to be Miss January because she's a January baby. So if you would like to be in the calendar, you have to tell us fairly soon because the months are filling up quickly and we have to figure out who's on what month and all that stuff.
The temperature in the green room just got extremely hot. I'm just.
Oh my God! Like it burst into flames.
No, that's usually what I do. But
okay, so you'll be fanning yourself. Yeah, we're gonna bring Jesse on very soon.
I'm gonna melt probably.
So let's talk about before we bring out Jesse. Let's talk about voting because we like to talk about voting here.
Yep, very important primary today
in Arizona, which I don't know. I can't even wrap my head around I was listening to the news today, and I don't even know where do these people crawl out from under and just create these scenarios. But you know what? To each his own. This is America, and people can vote for whoever they want. Choose wisely, people. Choose wisely.
Yeah, let's not vote for somebody that would, bury his ex-wife on the golf course. That's.
Oh my God, that was hysterical. That was hysterical. All right, so Peter.
Hi, Andy.
Karloftis has joined us. I think that's how you say it. Karloftis, yeah. And Andy Prasky, hunk, has joined us.
Yes.
Hi, Andy. So much going on. He's in New Jersey. I don't know where Peter. Maybe Peter's a friend of Jesse's. If anybody wants to share this show to their own page, feel free to do it. We're just gonna be bringing Jesse on in a few minutes. We do want to talk about what can you do to preserve our democracy. Do not be discouraged. You can be entertained by these nutbags, but don't be discouraged. This is still a democracy. This is still our country, and you still have a voice. It's called a vote.
But you got to use it. You got to work for it.
Absolutely. We are all doing things to help us along. When I say us, I mean democracy. I'm talking about democracy. What do? I do postcards to swing states. If you go to this turnoutpack.org, /postcards, or you can just Google postcards of swing states and get on their email list. They will send you all the information you need. You can order as many postcards as you like. I usually order 200. Then they send you names of people to send them to, just to remind people to vote. And I do that, and it takes a while. It takes a couple months to do that. And then I mail them out. Stamps are, I think, about 37 cents a piece. These are free, but those are about, so just, I ordered 200, like I said, so I think that comes to about $70. But rather than donate, I used to donate to Act Blue all the time. So now instead of donating to them, I do postcards to swing states. And I'm very, very proud of that. What else can you do, Leo, if you would like to register to vote? You may have missed the primary, although in some states you can still register for the primary. But you can vote in the main election. And what else do they have to do to vote?
You need to know when you're voting.
Thank you. So you go to NBCnews.com/specials/plan your vote 2022 election. If you just go to NBC and type in plan your vote, it'll help you. This is across the country. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Excuse me.
Salud.
Country. Thank you so much. So we just want to always let our people know that we are ready. We are ready. We're ready to vote. We are ready to preserve and safeguard our democracy, because we have never had so much threat to it. It's just frightening. But I got to say, I'm super, super proud of the people that are holding down the fort. That's all I have to say. Very proud. Walker Freeland has joined us. Hi, Walker. Oh, my God. Such a long time I haven't seen you. Oh, such a wonderful, wonderful guy. Radio guy. Great, great actor, writer, wonderful person. Okay. So now that our, as Leo says, our hunk is in the green room. Leo, what do you say? Shall we bring him on?
I believe we shall. Do we have a siren? Woo,
woo. Let's bring. Oh my God, there he is.
Hi, Maria.
Honey. How are you, sweetheart? Good to see you.
It's good to see you too. I have whiplash because I literally just closed a show in Massachusetts, got on a bus, woke up in New Hampshire yesterday, had my first rehearsal today, and I just left one cast and just met a bunch of new people. There's me as Gaston. That's what I just did at New Bedford.
So tell us about that, Jesse. You just closed the show. You played Gaston in Beauty and the Beast. I love this picture.
Well, it was very special for me because I hadn't done a musical in over 10 years. I took a break and I was doing the cabaret thing and my solo act. And I got cast in Beauty and the Beast right before COVID as Gaston, and I didn't think I was right for the part, so I kind of blew it off, didn't do the call back, and the guy called me and just offered it to me, so I said okay. I went to Florida and started rehearsals, busted my knee. I tore my ACL in the second week of rehearsals, and I had to go home because I needed surgery, so I couldn't do the role. And as soon as I got out of surgery, the world shut down because it was March 2020. So cut to this now. This is my first show out of COVID. That's me and LeFou in the dressing room.
I love it.
He was great. I'll tell you about him in a second, but it was very full circle because I got to kind of pick up where I left off.
Yeah.
And got to prove to myself that I was right to play the role, and it just, everything just fell into place. The cast fell into place. It was the perfect cast. My LeFou was perfect. He does all the pratfalls, and we came up with a lot of our own gags. And hi, Bob. And
so let's read what Robert Weisberg said. I've seen Jesse perform often at Marie's Crisis in New York and saw his cabaret show at Feinstein's 54 Below on Broadway and at London's prestigious Crazy Cogs Club. He also appeared in several Fred Barton musical reviews. Yes, Jesse is amazing. Thank you for pointing that out. And he said, Jesse, you looked great, says Andy Prasky.
Thank you, Andy. I love you.
Yeah, Andy's amazing, isn't he? The League of Women Voters is a nonpartisan grassroots organization working to protect and expand voting rights and ensure everyone is represented in our democracy. because we were talking about voting before. So thank you, Andy, for that. So Jesse, this is what I'm hearing. You know, when you say, like, I got cast in this, I didn't even really go to the callback because I thought it was wrong. Then I did it. Then I busted my knee. Then the world shut down. To me, it sounds like I almost want to chuckle because it sounds like the universe was like, I don't care if you think you're right for the role.
Right.
I think you're right for the role.
Yeah.
There's going to be plenty of time to heal and plenty of time for you to get out there and do it. And you know, it's funny that you say that because, like, knowing you as a person, knowing your performances and all that, like your range is huge. I have to say your range is huge. But I can see why you would say Gaston. I don't know. But as soon as you said it, and then I saw the pictures, I was like, totally.
Yeah.
Totally,
it's so different than who I am as a person. And
yes, but you're an actor.
Right. So I had a lot of teachers in school that were, you know, really great. And some of them said things that kind of aren't great. Like there are a lot of teachers who say, you're enough. You don't have to change who you are to play a character. You don't have to do this, that, or the other thing. And so that gets kids to think, I think that gets kids who are aspiring actors to think, oh, I can't play certain roles because that's not the kind of person I am. Right. Or for me with Gaston, it was, oh, I'm not this big muscle, like goon. I'm not this big butch guy. But I found teachers who taught me how to transform and play characters. And I sought those teachers out specifically because I didn't want to be myself on stage. I already did that on cabaret stages, and that's a lot of fun. But when I'm in a play or a musical, I like to transform. My favorite actor is Johnny Depp. Look at what he does.
I love Johnny Depp, by the way. And I have loved him for the last 20 years or more.
Yeah. And he's so different in every role he plays because he can completely transform. And I think audiences love seeing that.
Yeah, you know, and Jared Leto too. Jared Leto.
Oh yeah, totally. Oh my God, him in the Gucci movie. I didn't even know. Like, I don't pay attention. I don't get a lot of pop culture stuff. And I had no idea he was in the movie. And I just like turned the movie on, and I was like, "Who is that guy?"
Right.
I had no idea it was Jared.
He's done a ton of roles where I'm like, "Holy, is that him?"
Yeah, and Dallas Buyers Club, he was really
yes.
Great.
Oh my God,
complete transformation.
That's the name of the movie. I couldn't think of it.
Yeah.
Russ Woolley has just checked in. He says, hi, Maria. Hi, sweetheart. We love Russ Woolley.
Hi, Russ.
Russ is amazing and so sweet. Samantha Harmon is watching. Hi, Sam. She's a great friend of mine. She's a sweetheart. Big supporter of the arts. So, okay. So you were in New Bedford, Massachusetts. You know, I'm from Massachusetts. I don't know.
Yeah.
My whole family still lives there. So what's the name of the theater that you performed at?
So the company is called New Bedford Festival Theater. It was founded in the 90s by a man named Armand Marchand, and he was a teacher, and he managed to start this huge theater company on a teacher's salary.
Wow.
And and that was in the early 90s. It's grown. They basically have done one huge musical every summer, with the exception of COVID, and he's now passed it down to all women. Wow. Which is amazing. So the artistic director is Wendy Hall, who's a friend of mine and a friend of a friend's, and she was amazing. This was her first big production for them. And her associate artistic director is Liz Betancourt, who is a theater teacher. And so he passed the baton on, and they really did a great job. And they're expanding their season to do 3 huge musicals every year instead of 1.
Wow.
Next year they're doing White Christmas, The Wiz, and Joseph.
That's wonderful. That is wonderful. And the thing about Massachusetts is that I have to say, even though it wasn't New York, they are such lovers of the arts.
Oh yeah.
Like
it's a huge 1,200 seat old vaudeville theater, and it was filled every night.
We didn't have one.
Yeah.
How many shows did you do, Jesse?
We did 8. It was a really short run. But
that's a lot. But that's a lot to fill. And
it's a lot of seats. Yeah.
You know, Michael Bowe says, hi, Maria. Hi, Jesse.
Hi, Michael Bowe.
You are fabulous. Absolutely. Hey.
So Michael Bowe came to see me.
I know.
All these New Yorkers come.
And Ike Abelli. Tim Moss.
Yes, and Tim Moss, Fred Barton came, Sierra Ryan came. It was like I've never had a chance to have so many people come see me do a full scale musical. You know, people usually see us, at Downtown Mama or like the Duplex or at Stonewall. So it was really great, and a lot of it was happenstance. Like Sierra had family in New Bedford, and she was. Oh, am I still on? Am I good?
Yeah, you're still on.
Okay. She had family in New Bedford, so she happened to be coming up to visit anyway. I had a friend from high school who goes to the Cape every summer, and it happened to be on the week that I was doing the show. So all this stuff kind of just fell into place. It was really cool.
And Ike, how about Ike and Tim?
Ike and Tim were in Providence, Rhode Island, doing their play for the Fringe. What's the name of their play?
Was it 50 Shades of Gay?
I think, yeah. And they were doing the Fringe that week, and they just so happened they had our opening night off. So Tim was there opening night, which was crazy. Like, we were all very emotional because a lot of us, it was our first musical after COVID.
Yeah.
And the audience went apeshit, and he was there, and it was so great that he was there for that.
I believe it because I have gone to see shows, whether they're regional or I went to see the school that I used to teach at, Mayo Performing Arts Center in Morristown. They did their big production. They did School of Rock a couple of months ago, and it was exactly that. It was people were standing in their
like
chairs.
A rock concert.
Yes, and it was so exciting because everybody was so excited that they were back doing what they love, and the audiences were so excited to be able to support them and see it. And, we joked a lot about essential workers during the pandemic. But you know what a lot of our friends said? Like we would joke and say, we're not essential workers. That's for
sure. We are.
But we are.
Yeah.
And it's because we make people happy.
I mean, think of how many shows did we binge watch during quarantine? We couldn't have gone through without stories to be told and actors to tell the stories.
Absolutely.
What is my hair doing today?
I like it. I like your wild hair. I love your wild hair.
I grew it out for Gaston, so I could.
Yeah, but it looks great. I really love it.
Thanks.
Now, okay, so you went from Miles Whitaker has joined us. Hi, Miles. So now Liana Crugnali is my cousin. She's joined us. Hi, Liana. She's in California now. She's out there. Her boyfriend is
all these Italian names. I feel like I'm back home.
I know. Her boyfriend.
And I don't have an Italian name, but I'm totally Italian.
But you are Italian. I've said that. So she's out there. She's a teacher now. Her boyfriend is at UCLA getting his graduate degree.
What part of California? I heard California.
I think they're in LA.
If she's UCLA, yeah.
You would love this. She's Rena's niece, Liana Crugnali. You might have to meet up, Liana. You would love Leo. He's fantastic.
We're cousins.
You are cousins, Leo. So Jesse, your grandmother was Italian. What's the Italian part of your?
Both sides. So on my mom's side, both were on my mom's side. I'm second generation. So they got my grandparents on that side. The maiden name is Resta. They're Barres.
Oh, and wonderful.
They came in like the 50s. And then my dad's side, my grandmother on my dad's side is Schiavone, and we're third generation on that side. And then my grandfather on my dad's side was the only non-Italian, so we have his name. But
wow,
he was an honorary Italian.
We've always connected on that Italian thing, you and I. Always. Now,
because we're all related.
We totally all related.
I had my friend Emily said, you look like the Italian Gaston. When I put the picture of the outfit and everything, and she said, "You're Gabagoolstan."
Right. It's true. It's true. You can't disguise our Italian lineage. Now,
hi, Rachel Kaufman.
Rachel Kaufman is wonderful. We love her. Jesse is the man who taught me the definition of an MGM ending. Okay, what does that mean, Jesse?
So Rachel played piano at my first gig in New York at this French restaurant on the East Side called La Méditerranée. And I would say, okay, do this song, but I want a big MGM ending. And I showed her the chords, and it's like the ba, 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 ba at the end of the song. Yeah.
And so you see, she's not going to forget you for that.
Never.
Rachel, we have to have you on the show soon, too. I love Rachel. She's doing like a really fun open mic thing on Fridays, I believe from 6 to 9 at the Chelsea Market.
Oh yeah.
Rachel, type it in. Type in when that is. And I know Susie Campanero did it with her recently and might do it again. Okay, Jesse. So type that in, Rachel. When is your next show starting? I know you've been in rehearsals. It's in New Hampshire. Where in New Hampshire? What is the show? Tell everybody.
So I'm in Narnia, I think, because I have no idea where I am. I'm in Meredith, New Hampshire. It's near Lake Winnipesaukee, and it's gorgeous here. It's absolutely gorgeous. I'm doing Oliver at Winnipesaukee Playhouse. I'm playing Bill Sykes.
Wow.
And this is my summer of falling off roofs and dying at the end of every musical, apparently. That's what happened to Gaston too. But the theater is beautiful. It's got its own little campus. I'm in one of the houses on the campus right across from the theater right now. I forget what I was going to say. Oh yeah, we started. They started rehearsal Monday. So all the kids and Fagan, and they started music and everything. I got in yesterday. I was in rehearsal for maybe an hour today, and I just did table work with the director. We discussed the character, which is something completely new to me, because usually when you do a musical, you go right in and they just start, blocking everything and staging it, because we have 2 weeks to learn it. But so it was really cool to sit down and talk about Bill Sykes, and we came up with some fun backstory for him.
Ooh, I love it.
And tomorrow I'm called for an hour. Bill Sykes doesn't do much in Act 1. He's all Act 2. So this week's going to be kind of chill for me.
Yeah, we'll take it in. New Hampshire is beautiful.
It's nice. Yeah, it's gorgeous.
And it's very relaxing. And, plus you have all these lines to learn and all that stuff. So
I do.
my
thing
is the hardest part for me. It's never the music. It's always the lines.
Well, so there's this new app because it's always my problem too, is the dialogue. And I found this app called Cold Read.
Yeah.
And what you do is you read your lines, and you record your part and their part.
Wow.
Whoever your scene partner is, and you press play, and it has word recognition. So you say your line and it responds with the other person's part. Wow. And you just drill it. And it's helped me so much to learn dialogue.
That's incredible. Cold Read.
Cold Read is the app. Yeah.
For an app.
And it's great for auditions, because for auditions now, they don't just give you, a scene and a song. They give you 4 scenes, all the songs the character sings in the musical, and they'll call you back for multiple roles. So you have to learn a lot in a week,
Wow.
So it's a great app for that.
That's a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
That is a great idea. App for actors. Wow.
Yeah, it's $5. It's worth every penny.
Oh, absolutely. What a smart thing somebody came up with.
Yeah. But yeah, dialogue's always been my for this song. I think because we're singers, the song just gets in our body right away, and our muscle memory. Absolutely. The dialogue, it's hard when the other actor's not there with you. You know what I mean? You have to learn it when they're not with you, and you have to kind of do it by rote. I do a lot of prep. I go moment to moment in my scenes and figure out the possibilities of what I'm doing, but you don't really get it until you have the other actor in front of you. You know, so.
But it's so oh my God, it's so magical when that happens, when the other actors come on, and then
it's so important. The other actor is so important, and it completely changes your performance. My LeFou was so great because he was so funny, and we just synced up. Our comedy brains were the same kind of comedy brains, so it was just boom, boom, boom. I would do something, and he would mirror it, and but in his LeFou way, and it was all automatic. We didn't even have to think it through. It was so great.
You looked so happy, I gotta say. And
I had so much fun.
when there are pictures with him as well, what I love about our kind of people, and what I mean by that is there's a certain group of us, most of us are like this in New York, that really support each other. We're not those mean kids that compete.
Yeah.
We know that if one of us succeeds, we all can succeed. And
there's room for all of us.
All of us. I completely believe in abundance. Completely.
Yeah.
So I see so much of that in our community, and our cabaret community especially. We're always lifting each other up. It's really really something. And I love that. You know, there's so much support. Let me just take a second. Rachel says, so Rachel Kaufman's happy hour that she does, she has a few of them coming up. 8/5, which is this Friday, 8/12 next Friday, 8/26, which is 2 weeks from then. 6:30 to 9:30. Susan Campanero is doing the gig with her on 8/26. And what it is in the back of the Chelsea Market, and the place is called Ayada Thai. So it's a Thai restaurant.
It's a Thai place.
Yeah.
My friend Quentin does that gig sometimes too, I think. I have a friend.
Cool.
Yeah.
Alicia Sousa says the best duo, and I think she's talking about you and your.
So Alicia was Chip's mother. She was Mama Chip, and she was backstage with us the whole time. It was his first. It was his first musical, and he was adorable and perfect.
How old is he?
Alicia, how old is he? 10, 9,
right? Oh my God.
He's baby. He's young, yeah, and he just absolutely loved. He was living on that stage. And in the dressing room.
when did you, Jesse? I started when I was 10. I started doing like children's theater.
I didn't start doing theater really young because we didn't have access to it where I lived in bumfuck Pennsylvania. But I did music. But I started professionally doing musicals when I was 16. So I started early. I wish we had, I told the kids because they had, apprentices at New Bedford Festival Theater. They have an apprentice program where they'll have like they had 2 performing apprentices and then all the backstage kids to learn like how professional theater works and learn the protocols and learn, this is what it's like to put a show together in 2 weeks instead of, the month or 2 that you do when you're in school. Right. I wish I had that. I wish I would have had that when I was a kid. They're so lucky.
It is amazing. I was with this theater company from when I was 10 to 15, and we did 2 shows in a 6-week period.
Wow.
Yeah, so you had to learn your show very quickly, and then you would perform it for 10 days. Mm-hmm. And then while you were doing that show, you were also learning your second show. Yep. But it was like boot camp. It was one of the best things that could have ever happened to me. And I think that kids, adults, anybody, if you get into that kind of a thing, it's just the most incredible bonding, educational. It sets. It's like it's life setting.
It does. Yeah. It imprints on you, and the discipline of it and the importance of everything you do. Even like the props person or whatever, if you screw up one little thing and then the actor goes and the prop's not there, or if something happens, the whole deck of cards can come down. So everyone's important. Everyone's extremely important. And when you learn that, the quality of your work in anything you do in the future, whether it's small or big, you have a higher bar set for you,
Absolutely. Okay, so we have a few people to shout out. Eugenia Mesa Dominguez, that's my honey. She's watching. Hi, honey. Dean Whalen is watching Mandar, Chick Magnet. Hey, guys, hopped on for a bit. So good to see you, Mandar. I know how busy you are being surrounded by hot girls and hitting the town, as you always do. Alana Diaz, my wonderful, talented, beautiful friend. You would love Alana Diaz. Jesse, when you come back to town, I'm going to introduce you to her.
Do I know her?
Alana Go Boom.
Yeah, she's amazing. She works at Brandy's. She subs at Brandy's now. She works at the Duplex at Stonewall.
I might have met her at Duplex.
Talented, very sweet person too.
Mm-hmm.
Mandar is laughing. Mandar, laugh all you want. You are a chick magnet. Now, Mandar, we were talking about you earlier.
So are you, Maria.
You know what? Thanks, Jesse. Thank you, honey. What a nice thing to say. I'm no Mandar, but you know what? I hold my own. Mandar, we're hoping that you can be in the calendar. Our calendar, nothing but the apron calendar for 2023. Oh, there's Judy.
That's October.
This October. But Leo
Rodriguez. No, I'm gonna go.
Mr. September. Look at Leo.
Boom.
Wow. So if you want to be in the calendar, please let us know ASAP, because we're starting to fill up. The months there's only 12 months. Jill Anderson. Oh my God, I've been thinking about you so much, Jill. She's in New Hampshire. Amazing, amazing person. Very talented. Let's have some lunch. Me, you, and Maria Filiomeni. I'm hoping. Okay, Jesse. So now you're going in to do a new show You've been rehearsing for it. When can people come and see you in the new show in all of it?
So it's I don't have the dates handy, but it's the last 2 weeks of August.
Okay.
And you can go to the August 18th to September 3rd. And you can go to their website right there to buy tickets or call their box office. It's not a huge theater. I think it seats maybe 200 or 300. It's an intimate space, but like a nice size stage. So it's a really great way to see this show.
Wow.
And and buy your tickets soon because it'll fill up because it's smaller. But yeah, and it's a great nobody does Oliver anymore. So if you're around, you should come see it because nobody does the show anymore. I was surprised to even see the audition.
So Chocolatina Q Dessert says, "Hi kids, Jesse, come do a show in Denver."
I would love to.
Chocolatina Q Dessert is the queen, the pie queen of Denver, and she has blown the hell up. Well, she's been blowing up for years now, but now in Denver, she's blown up. And Lavinia goes out there quite a bit. You should, Jesse. You should go out there.
I'd love to. I love Denver. I haven't been there in a long time.
I have never been to Denver, but
we stopped on tour when I was on tour, and it was I think it was a one-nighter, but it was a nice city. We did Colorado Springs too, I think, and it's just.
Go ahead, Leo.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I'm listening to Jesse. I just popped in by accident.
Oh, okay. Jesse, I was going to say, what show were you doing on tour before?
Oh, I was on tour years ago with Peter Pan, the high-flying Broadway musical, which was a really fun show to do your first tour with because I was in the ensemble. I played a pirate and an Indian, and it was a very easy show because you're not in Act One. Act One is just the nursery, so you can go out and party. I was in my 20s, so you can go out and party the night before and be fine by the end of intermission.
Wow, I know that's a whole other life, right? Touring.
I loved it. I mean, I want to go back on tour. I wonder what it's going to be like now that I'm not in my 20s anymore.
Well, I mean, you're not much older than that, so it's not like, but I think that people adjust.
My age is a secret.
Yes, you don't have to. Listen, you never have to say your age unless you want to. You never have to say it. Andy Presky says, "Bring back memories. I played Mr. Bumble."
Oh, he'd be a great Mr.
Boy
Bumble.
for Sale.
Yeah, he'd be a great Mr. Bumble.
Yes, Andy Presky. How much do we love Andy? He's so amazing.
I love Andy. Unfortunately, the last time I saw Andy was at a funeral, and I hadn't seen him in years. Hopefully, when I get back, I can see Andy Presky in a more jubilant occasion.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, the world has just turned upside down lately.
It's crazy.
Mandar says, "Sounds like drinking Shakespeare." LOL. What do you think he means by that?
I think I don't know if this is what he's talking about. Drunk Shakespeare.
Yes, that's it. Mandar, you're right. Cut him open and let's count the rings.
Who said that?
Robert Weisberg.
Oh, Bob. I'm 40. I'm going to be 40. I look damn good, so I might as well say it.
Good for you. You do look damn good.
For someone who did what I did in my 20s and I came out not looking too haggard.
Sometimes that happens. Sometimes let he who has not partied in their 20s cast the first stone.
Exactly.
No regrets. It's called life, right?
What you're supposed to do in your 20s.
You're gonna have to put something in the Jesse Latrobe memoirs.
Right, right. Oh, that's a whole book. The 20s is a whole book.
Every good story has some kind of like great start, and then they burn out, then they do crazy things, they crash and burn, and then there's a phoenix rising moment.
Right.
That's every good story.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now, listen, let's take a moment to do the food section of our show.
Wait a minute. Do we change the title?
The food section of our show is called Go Ahead, Keep Eating.
Keep Eating.
So, on the count of three, we'll all say it together. 1, 2, 3. Go ahead. Keep eating. All right, so what did I make today?
Food, glorious food.
Food, hot sausage and custard.
Oh, I love it.
Nice.
I love it. So I'm still on the keto because I got to get into my wedding next week.
Oh, you're doing keto? I did the keto too. Are you loving it?
I do love it. It works.
You get to eat all the cheese you want. What do you do about the pasta though, Maria?
You know what? My girlfriend found this incredible company because I do love pasta called Capello, Capello, and you can get it at Whole Foods. And their pasta is amazing. It doesn't taste exactly like regular pasta.
What is it made out of?
Almond flour, which is why I
flour.
can't have it.
I know because Leo's allergic to
Oh no.
to nuts, but
No jokes.
almond. I know. But not all nuts. You're not allergic to all nuts, Leo. Just
No, I hang out with most of the ones I like.
I know. So Capello is a very good. She just made some last week, and it was delicious. And also, she had keto bagels this week, and they were really good. So you just have to know where to shop and stuff. Whole Foods does tend to have a lot of that stuff. They're a little expensive, but they do have it. Now, but I like the keto because it's something I can easily do, and the weight comes up quickly.
The only problem, because I did it a couple of years ago, and I loved it because I could eat all the things I love. The only thing that was hard for me was you had to cook a lot, and I didn't have time to meal prep. Like I couldn't do it now. I could see myself doing it when I have a lot of time. Yeah, you know, and a set schedule. I
will tell you. Miles Whitaker says hello. Hi, Miles. He says they make a tapioca starch pasta too that is good for.
Okay. There you go.
Capello. It's with a C, Mandar. Cappello. Pasta Capello. 2 L's, I think. Now, prep. Okay. So Judy discovered this company called Factor 75. And they have all kinds. They have like they have keto, they have low fat, they have whatever. But the keto meals are so good. So I usually cook myself. I like to cook. But there are weeks that I'm so busy working that I'm like, no, I'll end up just.
And you're tired. You don't want to stand by a stove.
Right. Bacon and eggs. I don't want to just eat bacon and eggs every day. Because you can have that on the keto. You can have mozzarella, prosciutto. So I started ordering from this company called Factor 75, and they deliver once a week. I only order 6 meals. Oh, wow. And they're off the hook delicious. I can't believe how good they are. And you can.
Is it expensive?
I'm shocked at how inexpensive it is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like peanuts, but it's also like what I would spend on food if I was cooking it.
Yeah.
You know, and sometimes.
What's it called again?
Factor 75.
Factor 75. Okay.
And they deliver it to you, and it's all in ice packs and everything, and it's so good. They even have delicious desserts. Like I ordered their cheesecake. It's oh my god, keto cheesecake. It's delicious. So I've been doing that.
You know what I used to make, Maria, when I was on keto? It was like keto cannoli cream with the ricotta, and because instead of sugar, you just use. They make the fake confectioner sugar, and you eat it like pudding. And I would get the dark chocolate chips and put them in because they don't have sugar in them. Or they make sugar-free chocolate chips too, but I would eat it like pudding. That sounds delicious. Yeah. I'm going to try that. Yeah, this is what I've been doing. Oh, those look good. I usually cook for myself, but I got to tell you, and some of the meals are so filling that it takes me 2 times to eat them. Or if it's a ground beef thing, like a poblano pepper ground beef thing, what I do is I get the low-carb tortillas, and I break them up and make tacos. Yeah, nice. It's really, because I'm just sometimes I'm just too busy, or I'm just cooking for myself, and it just gets. But keto for me is easy. As an Italian, it's the easiest thing in the world. Yeah, yeah. It's a dessert. You can have all the meat. You can have all the meat and cheese you want. Yeah, but that sounds delicious. That cannoli cream. That keto. Oh yeah. That was my go-to, last thing at night, because the ricotta has casein protein, which is good for before bed. It digests slower. It digests slower, so it if you work out or you're an active person, it helps your muscles when you're sleeping. But it also fills you up. So you don't. I always get munchies when at night. Yeah, and me if too. I would eat a bowl of that stuff, I would be so full. When I come home from work, that's when I'm starving. Oh, totally, yeah. And I have to eat. There's just no. People say, "Oh, you should do the intermittent." Not gonna happen. No, don't. That's so. I did it. It doesn't do much. I mean, for some people it works, but not for me. I have to mangiare. Mangiare. So that's great. Yeah, and it's always desserts for me. But I usually I let myself go off and just do whatever I want for the holidays. You know? But so Jesse, when you were growing up, what was your go-to comfort food? I
What
don't
made you
know.
happy?
I think it was Christmas Eve. We did the seven fishes.
Yeah.
I loved that. I loved my grandmother on New Year's Eve, and this is not Italian at all, but she made these peel and eat shrimp that she boiled in beer with the bay leaf and mustard seed and a little bit of vinegar, and we would eat them while watching the ball drop. That was a huge comfort food, and she'd make so much. It would be 3 days of eating the shrimp. It was so good, and
That
it
sounds
was not
delicious.
Italian. I don't know where she got the
No, but that
recipe, but
sounds
it was great.
delicious. Yeah, isn't it
Yeah.
funny the stuff that you remember like that?
Oh, and she would make like the Sunday dinners, which were early because they were after church, after mass.
Yeah,
And she
same
had
with us.
8 brothers and sisters, so they'd come. She'd spend all morning making gnocchi, like hand making it, peeling the potatoes, doing all that, and then she'd put the gnocchi out. And we get there, she had the gnocchi out. She'd have we're from Pennsylvania, so we called them hoagies. She had some hoagies on the table, a bucket of KFC, all on one table. For everybody.
See, and that's what you had. I mean, I grew up the same way. We Sunday dinner, you were with your family.
Yep.
And I miss that.
And she would complain the whole time, but she loved doing it.
Yeah, of course. Who makes me chi me lo faccio fare in Italian?
Yeah.
Who makes me do this? Chi me lo faccio fare, my mother used to say. Like in other words, nobody cares. And then I'm killing myself. Do you know that speaking of Sunday dinner, Kenny Green, who we all love, was in Smokey Joe's Cafe on tour, and Gladys Knight was in the show at the time. And he said that every Sunday she insisted on them having dinner together, the cast.
Oh, that's sweet.
Isn't that crazy?
I'm noticing now, going back into doing this again after 10 years, when we were doing shows, we would all be in the living room together at night, like drinking or watching a movie, talking, having fun. And now everyone's very separate. Everyone's in their own room on their phones and stuff.
Yeah.
We'll go out together. The cast will go out together sometimes, but it's not like we're not all together all the time like we used to be.
Yeah. What do you think?
Some of that's good because there's less drama that way. But
yeah, that's true. And sometimes you need to recharge your battery.
Oh yeah, totally.
And take space. I think we've gotten better at setting boundaries and taking space too.
Totally.
Because we're emotionally educated now. We know more.
Yeah. I noticed that too, because I remember when people would be like, because I like my alone time. I'm very extroverted when I'm around people, but in real life, I'm really an introvert. And I remember a lot of people trying to pull me out and say, come out of your room. We're watching a movie, we're getting dinner. Oh, he's so weird. He's just so antisocial. And it's like, no, and people respect that now. They didn't before.
Absolutely. You know what's so funny that you said that, because if you know me as a coworker, I'm very extroverted.
Right. I think that's any of us who work at a bar. We might even start working, like when we first start working at bars, we might start as an extrovert. But eventually, I think dealing with all those people and all those drunk people for years, it makes you an introvert. You want to go home and like chill.
The amount of energy that you have to exude just to be around and handle. And the more, even if you're a server on the floor, you're still controlling your section.
Right.
I worked on the Spirit Cruises,
oh my God,
as a singing server, and people, they love to drink on that thing, and you had to manage your section and make sure that everyone was drinking water and everything, and that's a lot of, and beyond, and still sing.
Yeah.
It's and then
people get crazy in the village. I used to work at Marie's Crisis. You work at Stonewall, and you worked at the Duplex before. People get nuts. Yeah, and we don't have. There's security now at the Stonewall, but I remember we didn't have much security. We were the security.
Right,
it
absolutely.
got crazy.
Now they have some nights. Even at the Duplex, they have security. But
I noticed.
I'm at Brandy's on the weekends, Fridays and Saturdays. Even though that's wild, it's a little more contained. I can't put my finger on it.
Well, it's the Upper East Side.
Upper East Side, yeah.
The West Village just has the air of the West Village is like, we're here to party. We're here to party.
Yeah, it's like a carnival. I remember my grandmother one time, she came to visit me, and she was probably in her 90s at the time. And we were driving around the car, and she said, "Oh my God, what is it, a carnival?" And I said, no, Nani, it's
That's kind of
village.
beautiful, though. I love that.
It was totally beautiful.
Like
I
when
told
you
her
go
that.
by the lights of the monster and you see like the little colored lights, it's very,
Yeah.
it is like that little area, Sheridan Square. It really does look like a little
For
carnival.
her, it was a carnival because there was so many people outside, so
Mhm.
many people walking around, all the twinkling lights, and she was like,
Yeah.
"It's a carnival."
Oh, I
said,
love that.
And I told her, I said, "It is actually."
Until
it
you
is a
turn the
carnival.
corner now on 7th Avenue and all the businesses are closed.
I know.
I saw Jekyll and Hyde closed while I was out of town. That's crazy.
Yeah, but also a lot of the giant stores and stuff. Let me take a minute. I want to say hi to Diane Hauser Campbell. Diane, yes, I do age. And Diane owns a candy store. She is a candy maker. It's in San Francisco.
Wow.
I want to say it's called the Candy House, Diane, but will you please type in what it's called and put that address in, and can people order online? I should have you come on the show sometime, Diane. Rachel Kaufman should come on the show. There's so many great people. Have I missed anybody? Anthony Fett has joined us.
Hi, Anthony
Oh my
Fett.
God.
I love Anthony Fett. Kevin Bell's here too. I love Kevin Bell.
Kevin Bell, Anthony Fett, all of these wonderful people have joined us. Miles joined us a while back. I don't know if I shouted you out, Miles. I think I did. Yes, I did. And who else? Did I miss anybody? I don't think so. Oh, Leah Cami Sutton has joined us. Hi, Leah Sutton. So many nice people. She's in Miami, I believe. So many nice people. Okay, sadly, are coming to the end of our show, Jesse. I want to thank you for your time. I know you're super busy right now, and
I'm so happy we're doing this because I had almost no rehearsal today. I have no rehearsal in the morning, so I'm bored out of my mind. I'm glad we did this.
This was a great time to do it. Then, Sean Patrick Murtong has.
Hi, Sean.
Amazing singer, right?
Yes, beautiful singer.
And Sean, if you'd like,
and a great friend,
just let me know, sweetheart.
Yeah, but you got to put him on. You got to talk. You got to talk about food with Sean. He's a good person to talk about food with.
Listen, I reach out to people sometimes, and they're super busy. But if people have shows they want to promote, or just talk about, because what the show is about is the reality of living, thriving, and surviving as a creative being. Mm-hmm. And there's a lot to talk about. We've been doing this for 5 years, and we never run out of things to talk about. Because Leo, yes, sir.
Point of order, you have me drooling over here because you tempted me with the go ahead, keep eating, and there's food on the table.
Oh my God, I never did it.
Oh no.
Thank you, Leo. Okay.
I'm hungry.
Get it in.
I made drumsticks in garlic oil, actual oil marinated in garlic. And I put barbecue seasoning, not barbecue sauce, because that's got a lot of sugar. Mm-hmm. Just barbecue seasoning called Sweet Heat.
Ooh.
Kind of like a Thai spice. So I grilled that chicken, and then I made a coleslaw for my salad.
Ooh.
Oh, I love coleslaw.
Broccoli, carrots, cucumbers, red cabbage with mayonnaise, dill, mango vinegar, lemon pepper, and onion salt.
Yum.
Absolutely, because I felt like kind of a barbecue, like
you need coleslaw, yeah.
And then for my dessert, I just love melon. So I had watermelon.
Do you put salt on your melon?
You know, I used to when I was a kid. I haven't done it in years.
I do. I put the salt,
I used to love it. I don't know. And how about lime? Did you ever put lime on a honeydew?
Lime, or what is the tagine?
Tahini,
the spicy stuff.
Tahini. Oh my God!
Tahini,
I should put that on.
That's delicious.
I could put that on the chicken too. That sounds delicious.
Oh yeah, that's great on shrimp as well.
I love tahini, and I love Old Bay. Do you know what Old Bay is?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Old Bay is this delicious seafood seasoning that we use in Massachusetts. So Diane, let me see if I got Diane to type in.
Hi, Graham.
Yes, the candy store SF. That was what I was showing you.
Yes. Okay. Thank you, Leo. The candy store SF for sanfrancisco.com. And I believe you can, it's amazing. It's all like incredible candy that she sells and makes. And so go there, please, and order something and tell Diane that we sent you. Now, also, I want to, if you decide that you want to go on the keto and you want to try those factor meals, private message me, because I do have a code that I can send you to save I believe 40%.
Nice.
Because I've been doing it. Yeah, get $120 off, which Judy sent it to me, and I used it 3 weeks in a row. It was great.
And I got to do it still.
$120 worth of discounts.
Mm.
So please, if you do want to try that Factor 75, and it doesn't have to be the keto, it can be anything. I really like the company. I'm very impressed. And they're not paying me anything. You know what I mean? I just really like
Even if they were paying you, you're Italian, you wouldn't blow smoke about food.
No, absolutely not. Okay, we've come to the end of our show. Jesse, quickly, something of inspiration for people that are out there as artists that just need a little inspiration about
always do it to inspire other people. You're never going to make money. It should always, everything you do should always be to affect other people and make them feel something. That's all we can do. You're not going to make money. You're not going to be famous. Just affect people. And when you see their reaction to what you've done and how you've affected them, it's worth a lot more money than a paycheck.
Oh my God. That is absolutely beautiful and so true. And thank you for saying that, because it's true. You know, sometimes you do end up making your money, but we're not going to get rich
Most
doing
of the time,
that.
no. Mm-mm.
But we're going to grow as people. And it's I wouldn't trade it for the world.
Mm-hmm. Me either.
Diane, let's talk. Let's private message and get you on the show. Okay. All right. Jesse, I can't thank you enough. You're just lovely and so cool to talk to. And it's going to be nice to give you a hug in person.
Yes, I'll come visit. I need a drink at the Stonewall as soon as I get back.
Yes. Okay. And everybody go see Jesse. He is in Oliver at what's the name of the theater?
Winnipesaukee Playhouse, Meredith, New Hampshire.
Playhouse. Oh, Lake Winnipesaukee. We used to go there as kids. So
it's huge.
It's gorgeous and it's beautiful. Leo, you are the greatest. Leo Rodriguez, my sidekick. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Leo.
We'll see you next week. In the meantime, just know that we love and appreciate you.
Love you, Maria.
Love you, baby. Thank you, Leo.